Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today we had the fellas on. We had Bo and we had Ashley. We had no draft today. We had a ton of dodgeball to get into, so we skipped that. We got into the 2026 changes. We got into the dates. We got into the locations. We got into ball types. We got into all that. We did our predictions for the awards for next season, and we finished with questions from the people. That is it. Hope you guys enjoy. Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today I got the fellas on, Ashley and Bo. Fellas, how we doing?
Good.
We doing good. We doing good.
Let's get it.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Today is Sunday. We got some sports on. We got some football on. Ashley, you might have had a road trip yesterday.
We did have a road trip yesterday. Yeah, no, me and Lovey, we took a road trip to Delaware to get in one last practice for Mexico. So it was a cloth practice. We had about, I'd say 15 to 20 people. It was very productive. So we ready. We ready. We ready
Let's
to
go.
go.
Hell yeah.
That fires me up.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. I saw some videos and I'm like, yo, that is like a legit practice.
hmm
I
Yeah,
feel
it
like
was it was good.
I feel like every time they host one of those, there's always like good quality people that are
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah, and what they did was the people that were going to be playing together, like they tried to keep them together so they can work on like their chemistry, their plays, X, Y, and Z. So it was really fun too to like watch a lot of those like executions and play development and just like chemistry build. So I think we're going to be ready for next week. I'm really excited.
let's go.
Yeah.
Was anyone out there LeBroning people?
No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But
No.
stay tuned. Thanksgiving Day, LeBron's will be handed out.
Let's go. Turkeys and LeBrons.
Right.
Tur-
I'm gonna be watching the Caribbean Cup. You're gonna LeBron someone. I'm like, oh, I told her that. I told her that.
Yeah.
Let's go. I can see the Instagram captions now. Turkeys, tacos, and LeBrons.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
go.
Oh, how was your Saturday?
It was good, man. It was like my first Saturday and like God knows how long to where like I wasn't traveling either like back home to Chicago or like to a tournament. Because we had like API, then Quebec Cup, and then Dallas. And then I went back home to Chicago, and then it was this weekend. So yeah, it was like my first weekend of like waking up in my own bed on a Saturday and like almost in like over a month. So
Real.
yeah, I did literally nothing yesterday. It was perfect. Actually, I spent I don't know if how much you guys game, but there's this like new game taking over the world called Arc Raiders. Um and basically it's like you just loot and you kind of like I don't know like loot and like upgrade weapons and like all this stuff like you go into this like map, you loot and you only have 30 minutes to go in and either like kill people, take their stuff, or loot on your own and then get to an extraction point and get out. So me, Logan, and Eli were basically like all day, like from sun up to sundown, basically like doing that. So it's been pretty addicting. But yeah,
I'd
we're
like to
also
help.
prepping. We're prepping for Mexico City too. So we'll be right. We're getting the chemistry, the comms down. The comms. So Jeremy, if you watch it, the comms are gonna be good.
Immaculate. The vibes are immaculate. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. So yesterday I had to get my blood drawn. And it was a 10:40 blood drawing, and I had to fast for 6 hours.
Ooh.
So I woke up and I was instantly hungry, and I'm like, dude, I can't eat for like 3 hours.
That's crazy.
That was rough. But the
No
rest of the
tweeze
day,
either.
dude, no tweeze. But the rest of the day, good. Watched some college football, got a good workout in. And yeah, just relax at night.
Let's go.
Nice.
Hell yeah. All right, do we want to get some sports talk in? We will not be doing a draft because we got a lot of dodgeball to talk about, but do we want to talk about some football?
Sure. Yeah, actually, I have no idea like your sports allegiance, like allegiances. So,
I'm a Cowboys fan. I think we're 4, 5, and 1. Cowboys are playing the Eagles today at 4:45.
Yeah,
So
it's a big one.
we're gonna get our asses handed to us, but that's okay. That's all right. Still a boys fan. Um, but yeah, that's my team. You're a Bears fan, right?
I am Chicago, born and raised, so Chicago really everything this way. Um, so yeah, I mean, yeah, the Bears are the most interesting 7-3 team ever, but yeah, we'll take it for now. But yeah, I mean, we're basically yeah, the Bears fans and Eagles fans, we have like a partnership right now. Until we play each other. Like was it Black Friday or next weekend or something like
I
that?
think it's like week 13. I think it's like
Okay.
2 weeks from now.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so like Frankie has been sending me like videos of like the memes and like videos of like Bears fans and Eagles fans like shaking hands and dapping up and stuff. But so yeah, but yeah, I think we're 7-3, but our point differential is -6. So yeah.
Good. I'm gonna put Frankie on blast here a little bit. So Frankie lives in Philly, obviously. Frankie is a Chiefs fan, a 49ers fan, and an Eagles fan.
Interesting.
Interesting. Hmm. Seems like we're hopping on some wagons here.
Right.
He's
Right. I
also
mean,
I believe he's like a Thunder fan. I think he's an Ohio
Oh,
State fan.
oh, word.
a lot going on there.
Hmm.
But no, when he told me his football teams, I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Like, you got to just pick one, man. You live in
Nice.
Philly. Like, that's the easiest one to pick.
Probably an Alabama fan.
Long
LSU.
time Alabama fan, not recently though.
Exactly.
uh, but yeah, I mean, Bears are playing the Steelers today. Bo, do we think the Bears are going to win?
Um, I do. I'm not sure if Aaron Rodgers, it was confirmed if he's playing or not, but I'm not really worried about him or Mason Rudolph. But I know Aaron Rodgers is petty, and I know that he wants to own the Bears one more time. So, I could also see the Bears selling that game as well. But
I could see like an Aaron Rodgers, like 41-year-old career day, like 500 yards, 7 touchdowns, just because he's playing the Bears.
yeah, I kind of want to look at DraftKings is like his projections for passing yard stakes. I might just bet the over just because I know Aaron Rodgers is petty, and he would do that to me.
I don't know who to pick for my pick 'em. Like I have the Bears right now, but I might flip to the Steelers because I know the Bears are missing a lot of players on defense today.
Um, yeah, we're missing yeah, Tremaine Edmonds is on IR, which stinks. And then yeah, we're still missing Jalen Johnson and others. So yeah.
Ashley, do we have a score prediction for the Eagles Cowboys game today?
I 21-7.
Seven?
Damn.
The Eagles are only going to score seven?
No, Cowboys.
I'm playing. I'm playing. That's crazy. All right, I'll give my prediction. So they're playing in Dallas. Um, the Cowboys probably have one of the best offenses in the NFL, but the Eagles defense is real fucking good, especially since they traded for Jalen Phillips and
Yep.
they had Nolan Smith come off the IR. They have this kid named Hunt, great
Mhm.
this year. Um, I will say Eagles 31, Cowboys 26.
Oh, okay. All
Okay.
right.
Might be a little scoregami.
Okay.
Scorigami.
Nice. Yeah, Jalen Phillips has been like a great pickup. That dude's come back from like I came back from an Achilles injury. That dude tore his Achilles next season, tears his ACL. Like that dude just bad bad luck.
I
He's
wouldn't wish
also
that.
had some crazy quotes about like this is like the best. Oh, what was he saying? He was saying some insane stuff like this is the best like team of my life. I'm so happy
Oh
playing on this
yeah.
team. So Howie Roseman, if you're watching this, you're definitely not. Pay that man, please.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks good. I don't know how he looks so good when he tore his whole life basically, but yeah, kudos to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bo, you want to give a score prediction for either game or?
Let's see. I mean, I think like our offense, like the only time we've had like a really complete game was against Ashley's Cowboys. Um, but I honestly like I could foresee like a 23-17, like something semi-ugly. Um, but Bears come on top. Like Bears are -3 right now. Um, over unders 45. So I could see like a 26-21, something ugly like that.
I think it's be like a stinky, stinky, gross, stinky game. Maybe some
Like
snow.
like 17-13.
Something
Um,
really ugly. Like there's gonna be a safety somehow. Like,
well, it's gonna be 52 degrees in Chicago today, so it's actually gonna be
oh,
somewhat nice for November 23rd. So,
okay, okay.
but it might be windy. It is right off the lake, so who knows?
All right. Let's get into some dodgeball. So I think we have a lot of stuff to cover today. So no draft, unfortunately. And before I get into dodgeball, I want to start out with some shout outs. So I want to say shout out to everyone on the board and everything that they do. There's a lot of time, money, and effort spent. On Kim's pod, Dustin mentioned that he would go to a venue to check everything out. He's like going on vacation, he mentioned, and he's going to be in that area. So he's just randomly going to check out a venue on his vacation. So that's cool. They also mentioned about like going to venues early and getting like tours, obviously, and recording stuff to send around for like layouts and like stuff for Mitch for his recording. So that's cool. And my last shout out Nicole Chasen. The world's location, I feel like, is a little touchy subject, but I will say, without really getting into it, we had a huge meeting with probably 40 plus people, like us three were in it,
Yep.
um, about like a month and a half ago. And uh, they had someone on the call recently that had gone to Saudi, and we were able to ask questions and just listen. So there's so much stuff behind the scenes that the board has been doing for a long time, and I feel like it doesn't go unnoticed. And I think everyone should just reach out and be like, "Hey, I really appreciate everything you do, and I can't wait until the 2026 season."
Yeah, it's gonna be fire.
Yeah, same. I'm pretty excited. Lots of fun changes we'll talk about later in this podcast, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready to get into it?
Let's
Yes,
get it.
sir.
All right. Let's start with the 2026 tour dates. And before I mention the first tour date, I want to say this. So this season, all the tour dates is one ball type per weekend. So if you are someone that's like, foam is superior, I love foam, or like, I love no sting, or like, I hate no sting, or I love cloth. This is your chance to show up to these tournaments and get teams and your friends to show up and be like, hey, like foam is far superior than any other ball type, or like, hey, we thought no sting sucked. Actually, it was the second most popular. So put your money
Yep.
where your mouth is.
Such a great point.
Hmm.
I think my bet is going to be on probably no sting, right, Bo, being the top.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, foam will probably be last. And then they're gonna replace foam with they're gonna bring 8.5 back is my prediction.
I think that they should do pinch 8.5.
Word.
Ooh.
Ooh. That makes so much sense, honestly, yeah.
All right, but without further ado, the first location for the 2026 season is Tempe, Arizona on February 21st weekend, and it is cloth.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll be there.
I'm assuming since it's a scouting round, I think that I will also go, not that I'm getting scouted for cloth. Um but I know like Miles, since Miles is on made the team, shout out Miles. Congrats to him. But I know I'm not sure if Brett's like making all the cloth guys go to the scouting round, so to support him, I'll probably go and see what other um flight boys want to go. But if not enough want to go and he wants to go as a free agent, that would be fine too. I don't have to go. But I would if Miles needed support, I would go. But the venue's awesome. The ASU was awesome to play in. They had an upstairs and a downstairs with the courts. The courts are really nice. Um, and yeah, Tempe in February was a lot nicer than Boston in February, or the Northeast in general in February. So
Couldn't imagine why. All right, next location. Next location is in Minneapolis, Minnesota on March 21st. And the ball type is foam.
sure.
I love this round. I think this is going to be like probably the most popular round in my opinion, other than nationals, obviously.
Yeah, I think so too. I know in like talks with, I'm sure Jeremy won't care, but I know that Jeremy said that he's looking to probably um perhaps like add like expand our practice squad leading up to Worlds. So if you feel like you were on the bubble, or you got feedback from Jeremy saying that like you were kind of on the bubble of making practice squad, and like you've been grinding in the off season, like the Minneapolis is a scouting ground. Come and ball out. Like
All out.
we all know that you guys can, and then gonna get added to the practice squad. So excited to see that round. I think that one's gonna get. I know the Minneapolis round because that was the last scouting round, I think, the last time. So you could definitely tell people were playing like really. There's a lot more like urgency and desperation because everyone really wanted to make the practice squad. So I feel like that one's gonna be really competitive.
Yeah, I've been saying on this pod probably for like 3 months now. If you didn't make the team, that's okay. Like next year, they're going to be scouting as well. And this is like the perfect opportunity for you to ball the fuck out and honestly, like give them an excuse or reason to not have you on the team. So show up, ball out, and yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to chime in too. Like, I love how a lot of the like coaching staff, like Bo mentioned, gave feedback on specific things that like you can work on. So like between now and March, you definitely have some time to like work on those things and show up and show out. So you never really know, what's going to happen between now and then. So great opportunity for sure.
Thousand
Yeah.
percent. Like you know exactly what you need to work on, and you have all the time in the world to do it. So, I mean, it's only November.
Right.
Yeah. And if anybody like between like the cloth round and like the foam round, if you guys have any like questions or like feedback or like are looking for like are wondering like what are the coaches looking for, like the three of us know because like we have gotten feedback and like we've all been on the practice squad, so we definitely will. I'll always like give like feedback or help any way that I can. So,
Same here.
um,
Same.
yeah, because I get a shit ton of feedback all the time because I'm definitely not perfect. So I got a ton of shit I gotta fix. So,
All right, the next location, Cincinnati, Ohio, on April 25th, and the ball type, no sting. I'm gonna be playing with a little needle in my pocket. I'm gonna be Tom Bradying all the balls.
um, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to that one.
Don't say that, Bo. We literally won no sting last year.
Yeah. I very much have been firm so far, in saying that I am not going to any no sting rounds next year. Um, and I'm not convinced people live in Ohio. So shout out to people that live in Ohio, but that's my joke about Ohio is I'm just not convinced. Every time I drive through Ohio, like on my way back from Boston to Chicago when I drive back from Christmas, I'm driving through Ohio. I'm like, there's just no way people live here because I just see nothing but like flat and like farm, a random gas station, a truck stop, and just more farm. And that's it.
You giving like your best Joakim Noah impressions right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. Like, no one goes to Cleveland on vacation.
Yeah,
So, like, no one's ever been like, yeah, hey, what are you doing this weekend? I'm going to Cincinnati. Never heard that in my life. Like,
facts.
so,
That's
but
real.
But I think that's cool that like overall that we're going to like different places. Like we're going into the other tour dates a bit. But I think it's cool that like we're going to like different places to expose dodgeball to other places. So I joke, but like I think it's cool that like we're not going to the same place like every single year.
Right.
Ashley?
I don't have a set in stone plan to go. Like I don't know if my like mixed or women's teams will be going, but my arm could probably be twisted. Like more than likely I'll end up there. I do like no sting. I'm part of the minority there. So we'll see. It's like a maybe 50-50% chance. So
Okay. I think this is a good location for no sting, just with like all the college areas out there and like
yeah.
Yeah.
the NCDA. I think it really makes sense for that ball
Yeah.
type to be in this location. Um, the one thing I will push back on, and I know I have zero pull on this, but please, 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 the balls last year for Boston and for Nationals, they were so inflated. Like I know there's a
Huge, bro.
specific PSI that you want every ball to be. I feel like that ball type you can't go by the PSI. You just have to go by feel because everything's not
Yeah.
uniform. Just deflate the balls a little bit, and there I think it'll make a world's difference.
Yeah. It was crazy. But I do think like to Ryan's point, like that area is so good for like the college scene. And I do think I don't know like what cap that they're gonna put on the number of teams, but I'd be interested like how many college teams like will show up and play no sting and then they'll realize like how competitive the players are, and then maybe they'll show up to a foam round later in the year and like try and play us in foam. We were like trying to poke at like the NCDA players when they were playing the Barstool guys that they should play us in foam. But yeah, maybe that will be the start. So
We've got some young talent right now already in USA. Like shout out to like Alexis Schultz, shout out to Ali
weapon,
Pole. Like
weapon,
yeah,
both weapons.
weapons right there. So like if they can like, bring their teams, bring their people and like
Yeah,
just, overall expand like, that base, I think it'll be really exciting for that round. So
yeah.
it'll be fun.
I hope Cincinnati, like the Bearcats, like they put like some of their college guys, they put a team in for like the men and like I think the women they have a team there, but I know the guys do because I've watched their games. But I hope since it's right there, like I hope that they throw in like a University of Cincinnati team. Like I think that'd
Right.
be pretty cool, or like an Akron team like comes down or whatever other schools are in Ohio supposedly.
Mhm.
Nothing but like online schools.
Yeah, University of like Ohio State online. Just kidding.
It's like culinary Ohio State online. All right, next location. Next location, Birmingham, Alabama, June 6th weekend, ball type, foam.
Roll Tide. Uh, yeah. When I saw that, I was like, "Ain't no way I'm going to Alabama." Uh, Yeah, so I've been to Alabama a few times for work, because I used to work for an insurance company called Humana, and my market was out of like Roswell, Georgia, um, and I used to like have like ter footprint in Alabama, so I used to go into like Birmingham a little bit. So yeah, it's an interesting area, like it's a cool area, like I think like it's a cool place to go. So yeah, we're gonna go. I'm assuming, um, but yeah, it'll be it'll be cool. I think they're partnering with Atlanta Dodgeball Club, or like Dustin was like hinting at Shota that he's gonna want their help. Um, so hopefully they help, and then hopefully they get some like youth out there as well to sign up. I don't know what the youth scene is out there, but hopefully they get some teams out there for that. But I don't know how many teams are gonna go to that one off rip. Like initially when I heard that location, I was like, I don't know how many teams are gonna go to that one.
Alabama has some good food though. Like I've been there once as well. So like if you like good eats, if you like good Southern food, like that'll be a really good opportunity for you to play a little bit, get some
Yeah.
good food, uh, go from there. So
Yeah.
I will say I don't think I've ever had go to Alabama on my I don't know,
Bingo card.
lists. Yeah. But I mean, I don't mind going, especially for a foam round. And I we'll talk about it later, but I know USA Dodgeball is trying to work with some organizations, not in
Yeah.
Alabama, but near Alabama. So we'll talk about that later. But the location makes sense once you get more information about it.
Yeah, yeah. When I heard more about it, it does make a lot of sense. So, I feel like there's a lot of good opportunity there. So I like it.
All right, next location, Salt Lake City on July 11th, and the ball type is no stink.
Yeah. So cool, cool city. I don't think we've ever gone there. At least since I've been touring. I don't know in the Elite days if Elite ever went to Salt Lake City, Utah, but
It was like the Everett Nationals, maybe like a West Coast trip.
gotcha. But I know like out that way, like I think that's a good location for a no sting round because I feel like the no sting footprint is way more like on like the western hemisphere of the country. So I know the participation there will be good. Um, if there was a no sting round to go to for me, I would be more inclined to that one, I think, because I've never been out that way or to like Salt Lake City. So I think that would be pretty cool. I've only seen pictures, and I think the pictures look pretty cool of Utah, with like mountains and stuff, in the background. But yeah, I think like it's a good location. I think it's a lot of people go there, like opportunity to like grow the sport in that area. So I think no sting overall, I hate like I don't like the ball, obviously, that's well known, but I think it's a good intro ball to like, all right, like here's dodgeball, it's an actual sport, and then we can introduce them to like foam or cloth like after that. It's like here's no sting and then it's like a tree after that. Do you want to go play cloth or do you want to specialize in foam afterwards? So hopefully there's a lot of participation and new faces there.
Ashley?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about Utah, so I definitely would, I would probably be interested in going there. I do need to give a quick shout out to Brianna London because she loves Swig, and they are ho like home of like the Mormons over there, and Swig is like this like Mormon soda that she's like really really big on. So if you go there, definitely check that out as well. But I definitely agree with Bo. Like, if I'm inclined to go to a no sing round, it's definitely going to be that one. Check out obviously the mountains there, the vibes, but um, overall, I think it'll be a cool tour stop just for something new, something different. I never really saw myself going to Utah anytime soon, so that definitely might be, something I'm going to get to next year. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a really cool location, and I think other than the foam round in Minnesota, this is probably my second favorite location slash tournament to actually go to. Let's talk about the next location. And Kaden is crying in the background, so if I'm muted, that's why. Next location is Dallas. It is on the August 1st weekend, and it is cloth.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think having Dallas as like a staple round makes sense because they have a lot of we have like a good relationship with like the Fieldhouse USA there, assuming it's at the same location. Like Cody Stidham and them, they have like all the nets and like all the stuff that they need to set all that stuff up. So like the setup and like they don't have to like transfer like send a lot of like balls and stuff down there. They have all that stuff, so that location just makes a lot of sense. um Having it be a cloth round, like I think that's fine because you got to put another cloth round somewhere. So I think that's fine, and I think those courts actually are fine for cloth. I don't
The
remember.
field house.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
if you just put drop nets in front of like the middle part of
yeah,
the courts, I think you'd be fine.
yeah, so I
The
think it's
middle
a
back part of the court, not in the middle of the actual court.
yeah, so I think it's a fine venue for cloth.
I, I agree. I went to the cloth round in August of this year. Very fun round. I think it's great to play cloth there. So I agree with Bo. It's a location to have. Texas, very easy to get to. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, I forgot it was cloth round too. It was foam.
Yeah.
I forgot we did both.
Mm.
I think that's the only round I didn't go to last year.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and Nationals. So Nationals is going to be a little different. Nationals will be the September 4th weekend in Chicago,
Sir,
but
Shaitan.
I will lay it all out. So Friday is no sting,
Mhm.
Saturday is foam, Sunday is cloth. So we will be playing the playoffs up until the finals. So playoffs, all top eight, semis, stop for
Yeah.
every single ball type. And then Monday, there will be all metal matches. That way, everyone can go ahead and watch them. It'll be on stream. It's like incentivizing people to stay around. Great for content. So that is the plan right now. I heard nothing is set in stone, but that's what it is right now.
Yeah. I think they're probably stealing that idea from API. That's kind of how it wasn't ran this. They're not running it the same as API. So how they did the scheduling for API is we did all four divisions on the same day. So we did like gendered foam, mixed foam, and then gendered cloth and mixed cloth. Like we did 2 days of round robins, and then the third day was playoffs. And then up until um finals, and then the fourth day was the bronze medal match and the finals matches. So my only worry with like how USA is doing it, so say that you're playing no sting, like what if you only play no sting and you make it to the finals and then now you have to stay like 3 more days until the final, um, when you're not doing it any other ball type. Like that's the only thing I really worry about. Um, but I do like the idea of like trying to get more people to stay at finals because like the atmosphere for like the final at API was awesome. Like you had people on both sides, you had people like hanging over you. Like it was very hard to hear. Like anytime somebody got hit or like you made a catch, like you just couldn't like hear. So that needs to happen in USA Dodgeball because I think like obviously like we're really like all the players are really good and it's like the crowd should be like hyped for that stuff and so I like the direction that they're going, but I'm not sure how that's all going to work out with the scheduling.
Ashley?
I mean, I agree with you. I didn't even think about that actually, from what you had mentioned, and it's very valid. Like a lot of people, I think like they want to play and then maybe take a, they want to leave when they're finished. So, Mike, I was gonna actually ask you, Bo, like, how you felt if people did show up on that final day, like if they decided to stick around and cheer you on. So it's nice to see that, that happened in API because that was one of my concerns at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely curious to see how that would go. I'm excited to see how I like changes and I like to see how new changes are incorporated. So, I mean, maybe this could be a positive thing. I'm not against it at all. Just definitely curious to see how it's going to turn out and how it's going to work. Doesn't make a difference for me because I play every single ball type every single day.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't affect people like me, but 100% for people that only play just one ball type. I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like yeah, like at nationals like we're all gonna play Ryan doesn't play cloth, but like I'll play all the ball types while I'm there because like for me like if I'm there like I'm gonna just play all of them.
Right.
um but yeah, I hope that they like relook at that and try and like follow a similar model of API if they're gonna do something like that, where we do like all the round robins like the first 2 days, and then playoffs on the third day. Because then that really does incentivize people to like stay all the days.
Right.
If you just do one division each day, then that doesn't incentivize somebody to stay from Friday to Monday or Sunday or whatever that day is.
So before I give my opinion, I just also want to say that Dustin is open to criticism and wants suggestions along with the board. If you feel like you have a good idea or you don't like a certain thing, reach out. Like your opinion doesn't hurt. They want to hear from you. With that being said, I will say, as a husband and a father, the Friday to Monday thing is a tough thing for me to do I would like to say that I can do it, but I can't talk about what I'm gonna do in August of next year, right? That's the date. No, sorry, September. Yeah, I can't predict what I'm going to be able to do in 10 months, but that's going to be extremely tough for me. So I will say, selfishly speaking, I don't like that idea. I understand the idea behind it and having all the matches and people being able to stick around. Dustin also mentioned that he's looking for suggestions on how to get people to actually stick around and watch the like final matches. Um, I don't know if this is just because it was like a more regional thing, but I will say back in the day for Elite, I remember my first tournament that I went to, and I obviously I got like my teeth kicked in, like terrible. So I wasn't in the finals, but I stuck around and I watched, and it was like a fight to figure out what court you were gonna be like watching everyone play on, and get to that court and actually be able to see something. Like that is what it was back in the day, and people would be like literally like inches away from like the sideline. So like if someone's coming up on you and you throw the ball, you're either hitting that person or you're nailing someone in the face on the sidelines. So I would
Yeah.
say like stick around, support people, watch people. That's how the sport's going to grow. And if you have any suggestions, reach out. Dustin mentioned something about maybe like handing out like swag gear. Um, I don't know. I don't know what other suggestions or ideas that he has, but yeah, I like the location. I like that it's all the ball types still. Just not a fan of that Monday thing. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. API, like people were like following the teams that like the popular teams around. So like even after you lost, like they were looking for Shred, like they were looking for us, like Raichu, and seeing like who were demons or like, because like the Australians, like there were so many of them that were there, so they were following demons and orcas and like all those teams. So like the the crowds were just shifting to like every other court. It's kind of like golfers, like when like golfers like have like huge crowds following them. Like it was kind of like that. So I'd never been at a tournament where it was like that. So it was really interesting to watch that. And I'm just like, why don't we have that here? Because it's like we have as good, if not better players. Like obviously like USA is like very highly rated in all the ball types. So it's like why don't like our other players like appreciate it? And as we're trying to grow the sport, like at least like me personally, and like you guys too, because you guys are competitors, like if I lose to somebody, like I want to know why. And like and if you beat me at something, like I'm gonna immediately want to watch you to like see what you're doing better than me, so then I can try and take some of it and like put it into my game. And I feel like that's what they were doing at API, and also like appreciating like good dodgeball at the same time.
I
Shota
do.
mentioned it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ashley.
No, no, go ahead. You were just following up on him. Go ahead.
So I will also say that Shota mentioned on the pod, like if you get knocked out, stick around and watch. Like the best time for you to learn something is watching it live. And
Hmm.
that is like couldn't be any more true. Like you can go ahead and watch stuff after the fact, but being able to like actually watch people live is crazy because like I'll give an example. So playing Connecticut, dodgeball in Connecticut, there will be like certain people that come up to me and they'll be like, you know, so and so good, but I don't know, you know, their throws don't look that good or they don't look like they're that good of a catcher. And I'm like, that is crazy for you to say because you're watching it on, you know, your computer or your phone or whatever, thousands of miles away from the actual tournament. If you were to go there in person and see that like this motherfucker's throwing like 80 miles an hour and catching like finger catching shit like this far away from them, you would have a totally different opinion. So stick around, watch, support, ref. If you're not doing any of that, help the venue out, help the organizations out. Like even if it's like pulling up tape or deflating balls, like there's things that you could be doing rather than just leaving and then that's it.
Also,
Uh,
there's just that incentive too to like vacation and travel. Like I know that Dustin mentioned that as well. I know with me, I literally went to almost all of the tours and like all the tournaments. I didn't really get much opportunity to actually like visit those places. Like when we went to nationals last year, barely saw Louisiana. So like I do like that at least where you have that cutoff time and you have at least a little bit of time to like visit, bring your families, tour where you're actually going. I've never been to Chicago, so I'm super excited to go for that reason this year and at least be able to stay and visit. So.
Yeah. Last point on that, like staying after and stuff like that. Like to Ryan's point, it's so different watching stuff on film and then playing these people in person. Like we all watch a bunch of films. So like prepping for API, like I watch film on like demons and like orcas and stuff like that. But like seeing their throws on film versus like in person is very different, and like watching them move is like very different, but also like you can't hear them communicate um like on film, but you can hear them communicate like how they communicate with each other, like on the back line, for example. um like you can hear that in person, like if you were to stay afterwards, like when we lost to orcas and mixed, um or like the like shred, like they learned that like orcas, like they were running like certain defensive plays um like from the back line that like we've never really ran before. And like you wouldn't learn that from just like watching film, like you hear that stuff from like being in person. So it's like if you want to learn more about like the intricacies of dodgeball, like you have to like stay and um like hear and listen, feel everything. You can't just always watch stuff on YouTube.
There's
And
also
you
like,
can ask people questions, like ask people right there. Like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
like get to know people, network a little bit,
yeah,
and like kind of like what Bo said. So like with Matt and I playing on Flight, like there was a tournament in Connecticut this past weekend, and Matt made the trip up, and like you won't see it in the videos, and you won't hear it either. But like Matt and I were in each, like he's in the right corner, I'm in the left corner, and I can look at him, and I could stick up like a finger like right by my pocket or something like that, whether I'm pointing to him or me, or I'm sticking up one finger, I'm sticking up two fingers. You will never see that in videos. And honestly, if you're there in person too, you probably wouldn't pick it up. But there's tiny little things that you will never really be able to see when you're watching shit back, but you will in person. And also like the players, like the world class players, and I'm not putting myself in that title, whatever. But like when we played in Seattle, I live streamed everything, and we all go out to dinner afterwards. Like Bo, myself, Logan, Eli, like a bunch of other people showed up, and they're watching the live stream back at like literally at dinner because they're like, okay, what do we need to figure out to do for tomorrow for playoffs? And then like again, not putting myself in that spot, but like at night, like I have nothing to do, so I'm watching what we did, what certain players did on our team, what we like need to improve on. Like I'm doing it that night. So if you want to be better, stick around, watch.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into what is new in 2026. So, first things first, we kind of already talked about this. Single ball type weekends. How we feel about this? Bell, you're muted.
sorry, I was like coughing, so I muted myself. Yeah, I love the single ball type weekends. My favorite round this year was the Seattle round. Because it was a singular ball type. So the first day was round robin, and then the second day was double elimination. So there was no mix that weekend. So I know they're not going to run that same format for the single ball type because you're going to have the mixed component. But it's not like I got to worry about like, all right, I got to go from foam to no sting, or like foam to a completely different rule set and cloth. And it's like you got to change your throwing motion and stuff like that. So and play style. And so I really enjoy that. Also, for flight, for example, we have players that don't play cloth but play foam. So like constructing a roster for both was tedious. I'll use that word. So yeah, I don't have to worry about that anymore, which is really nice.
Ashley?
I also love it. Something that I want to mention as well is like it's less taxing on the body as well to go from a lighter ball to a heavier ball. I
Yeah.
definitely think there's going to be hopefully like less injuries, less shoulder injuries, and just a lot more concentration and focus on the strategy of just that ball type. So I'm actually super excited for that for this year, and just to see how each team, can kind of expand and explode off of that alone versus having to switch. Because, for example, my women's team, we're primarily a cloth team. So I'm excited to just focus on cloth for the day and then go to mix and focus on cloth for the day. So
Hmm.
definitely a nice change for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I remember when like Flex started, you guys were like obviously like a cloth team, but you guys only won like foam stuff for like the first
Yeah,
half of
that
the year. Um, and I was like, is this gonna just be like the USA women's foam team instead? But you guys just win mostly everything. So-
we're just competitive. We're just super competitive,
Yeah.
but we created cloth, our team, just for the foundation of cloth. Like we wanted to build that chemistry. So when we're traveling internationally, like we have that foundation. But yeah,
Hmm.
no, that is a running joke for sure.
Yeah.
Especially last year. But no, I'm excited. I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm glad that they made that change.
Yeah.
Same. I mean, like for example, I don't play cloth. So like when we went to Minnesota last year, I played foam because it was a scouting round, and then I didn't play cloth like that same day, and then I played mix the next day. So stuff like that is going to be like it was obviously a little tough beforehand, but I'm going to make the trip anyways. This is awesome because I know like what tournaments I do and don't want to do, and I said it before and I'll say it again. Like if you feel passionate about a certain ball type, show up. If you don't,
Hmm.
then now like the USA board can see like cool, like this ball type is way more popular than this. So if changes need to be made, they need to be made. But this is your opportunity to show out.
Yep. Agreed.
All right, next talking points. All right, so I reached out to Dustin about this because he mentioned that there's a formula. So I will go ahead and cook here. So prices for registration has gone up to $65. Last year it was 50. One less division for the weekend, but more dodgeball. Per
Yep.
Dustin's math, for the 2025 season, there was 120 minutes minimum of play time per division. Only one guaranteed playoff series. $50 per division. 2.4 minutes of dodgeball per dollar. For the 2026 season, 192 minutes of playtime, 6 24 minutes of round robin series. That's more than it was last year. Two playoff series, $65 per division, 2.95 minutes of dodgeball per dollar.
Look, I know you just said a lot of good shit right there, and I know the math is math. I just looked at Ashley, I was like, that just went right over my head personally. But when Dustin was talking about it, it made a lot of sense what he was saying. I'm totally on board, like totally on board.
All I hear is more playtime, and so more playtime for a little less money. Who could be mad at that, So I agree. The math over my head too, but if it works, then it works.
Yeah,
Totally. Like when I reached out to Dustin and he put it
Mm.
all like down, obviously in a message, and I read it, I'm like, oh, this is fucking cool. This makes way more sense than probably what I just said. But yeah, trust me, the math makes sense. It's definitely worth it. Obviously when you hear like there's a $15 increase per division, you're like, oh shit. But when
yep,
you actually like break everything down, you're like, oh, this is actually really fucking good. Like I'm very happy about the changes.
Mhm.
yeah. And it's like I'd rather because didn't he say that there was like one less round robin, but like the matches are longer, or were they still playing around with that, or is that like a
I don't know what the
Mm.
playoff matches are. I know semis is 30 minutes and the finals is 40
okay?
minutes. That's the one thing that unless I missed it, and I will say this too, like I took a bunch of notes and I reached out to people on the board to try and figure out everything and not give any misinformation.
Right.
I'm not perfect, but yeah, I don't think that they set a playoff series limit so far.
Word. Yeah.
All right, next talking point. Start times are being moved back from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So everyone who likes to get drunk the night before, you're gonna have one more hour to get over your hangover.
Word.
An hour makes a big difference, so
It's just the extra
it's
sleep,
sleep.
you know?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
sleep.
The sleep. The sleep.
sir.
I
Right.
think that's what they're hitting on.
Think so. Uh, yeah, extra hour of sleep.
Sleep.
So, but yeah, no, I like that, dude. Starting tournaments at 8 a.m. is so miserable. Like, um, yeah, it's so miserable.
I don't mind it. There's nothing like a ball hitting you in the face at 8:05 a.m. to
I
wake your
feel
ass up.
I feel like there's never been like a first round robin game where I've played well. Like I've just come out of the gates 8 a.m. just hooping. Never. So
That's actually real. Like half of us are still asleep on that court.
never. So yeah, so even like an hour difference will probably help. Probably still will be mid as shit, but slightly above mid.
I like it. All right. End times will be ending at 7/7:30 on Saturdays and 4/4:30 on Sundays. And there will be 3 built-in breaks, including a lunch break now.
I love
Hmm,
that.
I like that.
Yeah. Just trying to find food sometimes, especially if you're traveling, if you're getting in late on a Friday night and then you're trying to scramble for food on a Saturday, so that, that hour window coming in is helpful, but then having that time for a lunch break if you didn't have time to get food beforehand, I think it's helpful too. So, definitely in favor for that.
Agreed.
Yep, same. All right. Matches format. There will be 6 round robin series, 24 minutes long. The playoffs will be now tiered like Toronto, where they have a top and bottom bracket. And there will now be placement matches in the playoffs, meaning if you lose your first playoff series, you will now play another round to determine placement to help figure out top 8 at the end of the year.
I like that. Um, that sounds good. I just hope with like because the tournaments don't always run on time. And if they don't, the first thing that they cut is the placement matches, which makes sense, which is totally fine. But like, we just have to make sure that the tournaments run on time. But that also starts with like the players, making sure that you get to your courts on time and do your part of like setting the balls up and resetting the courts and making sure your refs are there on time and things like that. So if you want to play all the placement matches and get all the matches in and stuff like that, it starts with the players, not just like the tournament directors. So um pointing at myself because I forget what times we're refing sometimes. So I'm just a man. All right. Not good with details. Okay.
Ashley?
I agree 100% with both sides. So,
But 24-minute matches, I do like. I remember the round robin times where it was like only like 12 minutes or 15 minutes, and it's just like you can't really get like any games in. It's like you could lose to a team you shouldn't ever lose to, or you could beat a team that like maybe you shouldn't beat, you know what I'm saying? And, so it's not a good barometer.
Do you remember how long the Seattle round series were?
The round robin ones,
Yeah.
I
Wasn't
feel
it
like
20, right?
I think they were all like 20 minutes or something like that. It was much more extended than we played a lot that
Yeah.
weekend. I think we had like 7 round robin matches. It felt like the thing. It
I
felt a
I
lot like the
liked I
thing.
liked that a lot. So I'm glad that they're making like literally all the changes, pretty much what Seattle was.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like it.
All right. Men's and women's have dedicated final matches. That way everyone can stick around and watch. Love it.
I I like that. Mainly because like I don't think the women's finals get highlighted enough. And I think that I do like the fact that on the stream courts they'll swap like women's finals and men's finals for like if they do two ball types. Um or like two divisions in a day or whatever, they'll do one men's final on the stream court and then a women's final on the stream court for the other division. I do like that, but I like the staggered men's and women's finals so then we can highlight both divisions. I think that's a great idea.
and it'll be nice to like see each other play too.
Yeah.
Like
But
I, by the time we finish the finals match, you're done, and I'm like, oh, I wish I saw what happened.
mhm,
So it's definitely nice that we can like pause and like support one another too in those big moments. So
exactly. There's a lot of good players that I'm just like I've never really seen you play, like especially like on the women's side. Like I know you're good because
right.
but like I've never been like yeah, like because like good, just because you're playing or like we're playing at the same time. So yeah, I like it.
I like it too. I believe it was Tucson where we played the no sting finals, and we had no clue what happened on the other side, and we just had
Mhm,
to ask about it afterwards. And then like I went back and watched the stream, but
mhm.
yeah, I do like that these are dedicated, and you get the chance to watch both and support both.
Mm.
Yep.
All right. Next. So I mentioned it before. I'll say it again. So I reached out to certain people just to double check with certain things. So I reached out to Dustin, and he said that the rules for 2026 are still under discussion and will be posted before Tempe. We know all players want alignment between USA and WDBF rules, and there is a push to align more closely. No changes have been confirmed at this time, but defensive throws, not resetting burden, is a topic under discussion. With that being said, rules, burden may be WDBF rules, which burden would reset on every throw, not just offensive throws. Thoughts?
Yes.
Also, yes.
It for me, that's tricky. I think that it needs to be yes. But like when we played in Dallas at FDC, like I love catching people in that 1 second time period where I'm throwing the ball at you. I know you're throwing. Your teammates aren't paying attention, and then we get 6 balls like immediately.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. I think we should do it.
You can, I mean, you can still do that, but you can still do that. But
I mean,
it's
you could
like
pump fake someone, and then, but you can't.
it's at more
Yeah,
risk. Like you can just like the rule set currently, like you have teams that will just like blindly just like throw balls at will at you as like as you're coming up, and there's just no penalty for doing that. And it creates bad habits for like worlds and whenever you go play like in Canada or like anywhere else, it's like just creates bad habits because we're the only place that plays like that.
Ashley.
Well, I also agree. Um, yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's something that needs to happen. It's a little bit tougher. I like the small little rules that I can manipulate. So I mean, I can pump fake the fuck out of someone, and hopefully they don't throw the ball, and I can't either, and we can still get 6 out of that, but I can't get 6 anymore. But that's fine. Again, like it makes sense with Worlds and Canada and stuff. All right, Bo. An
Mhm.
API. The series were 4 minutes.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
I think that it was cool. I think they stole that idea from when like on Kim's pod, shout out to Rushdown, that they were I think him and Eli and maybe Show were talking about um like ideas to like change foam rules or something. We practice that in Boston, so it's something that I'm used to. Like we do like 3 minute sets. So four wasn't new to me. I think how they implemented it, I would probably do a little differently. So basically, those 4 minute sets, and as soon as the 4 minutes ended, um, they would call like sudden death, and like after the next throw that happens, it would be like no blocking. So, I would throw one and then say like Ashley threw a stagger at you, Ryan. Say that you blocked one, and then one came in like zero point 0.5 seconds afterwards, and like you blocked that one, you're out
Oh
because
wow.
I love that. I
they don't
love that.
reset. Not a lot of teams took advantage of it. We only got hurt by that one time when we played Demons in the semis. They threw a like a smoke at or a stagger at Johnny, and he like blocked one, and then the other one hit him. Like he blocked the other one like right afterwards. So if you time it right, like you could have done a lot of damage with it. Overall, though, at least for our team, I think we went to no block maybe twice, like the whole time we were there. I think could have been because of the teams we were playing. Um, but even in the final, where like you would probably see it more often, like against Shred, I don't think we went to no block. We went to no block once. Hari versus Dylan, I think. Um, Other than that, no. But I do think it keeps the game moving. It creates the environment to where like you can't just stall and like milk clock, which I really like. And it just creates more exciting dodgeball, I think. So you can't just rat. So I really like it. I also think no block is exciting. I don't think I'm the best no block player personally, but I like watching it. So
I,
Ashley?
I love No Block, so that's definitely no, that definitely sounds really exciting. It's a really cool concept. I actually never heard of that actually until just now. So really cool.
yeah.
I like the idea, and that's also like a little thing in the rules where when I heard Shoto talk about like you throw a team throw, the second person staggers it like right when they feel like that the game will be called into no ball block. Like it's just like how it is right now, the end of a first half or end of a second half. If there's like I don't know 6 or 7 seconds left and you're on the back line playing defense, like two balls should kind of be near each other, or two people should be coordinated enough to know, hey, the second this person throws, it's an automatic kill left or kill right because we're getting
Yeah.
that 3 ball reset.
Right.
So having that staggered throw is just like a little manipulation that you could easily do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think any teams really, or at least from like the games I watched too, really took advantage of it. But I think like we gave the feedback to Simon that next year that they should probably reset it, because that would make the most sense. Just reset it quick because it doesn't take very long. I think they were worried about like clock running. That's why they didn't reset it, but it doesn't take very long to like reset it and then go. But I think that's what they'll probably do next year. But also, maybe 4 minutes could be too long, maybe like 3.5 minutes. I think 30 shaving off 30 seconds, I think would make a world of difference if the goal is to like increase the amount of no blocking. Um, but I also didn't watch enough games outside of like us and Shred to see if other teams that weren't us went to no block a lot. Or like on the like the women's side, if they went to no block a lot. I'm not too sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the idea. I think it's interesting for sure.
Hmm.
And one last thing before we get into predictions for the awards for next season, I asked Dustin if there was anything he might have missed on Kim's pod, and he had this to say. This year, USA Dodgeball will be working with 3 state game events to introduce rec dodgeball tournaments into Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. We'll have more to announce as venues and details are finalized, but this is something I didn't get to highlight about sport growth in 2026. So, kind of talked about it beforehand, but a tour being in Alabama makes sense for this reason.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, North Carolina, that sounds cool too.
That is really cool. Hitting a few of those states because I would love to play dodgeball over there, and or just be more connected there. So either way, I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Last thing that I'll say about like the scheduling, like a bit of feedback or like an idea I have is like kind of like how we did the Seattle round where we did all round robin games and then just playoffs on Sunday. Like say that we have like a foam round and like a mixed foam round or even like whatever ball type. But like if we did like gendered and mixed round robins all on the first day. So like you did like maybe gendered in the morning, mixed in the afternoon, and then you did both playoffs the second day. Um, like it would, I think it would make more people stay
Yeah.
for like those playoffs and watch than because some people will only play like open and not everyone plays mixed. So like if you're trying to get people to stay more to like watch the playoffs, like have the playoffs on the second day, like kind of what they're trying to do for nationals. So
Nationals, yeah.
if Dustin's listening, um, that is one thing for scheduling I would do.
Not a bad idea. All right, let's get into predictions for awards. So I will name them off real quick. Comeback Player of the Year, MVP for Open, MVP for Women's, MVP for Mixed, Golden Whistle, Rookie of the Year, sportsmanship, excellence, and leadership and action. So last year, comeback player of the year was Bo. Who do you think is going to be this year?
I don't know. Yeah, I was confused getting comeback player for of the year for an injury I got in 2023, but yeah, we'll take the plaque. Appreciate it, everyone for that. Comeback player of the year. I'm trying to think of like who has gotten injured or like has dealt with some things. Person that comes to mind for me is my guy Connor Heelan. So Connor is like not putting his business out, but like he's like dealt with some like outside stuff and has made some like tremendous like strides of like bettering himself personally, which I'm really, really proud of him. So I'm excited to see him come back to the tour and like do some really, really good things. So Connor Heelan, my guy, I'm really proud of like what he's been doing for himself this past year. So if there's a comeback player of the year for that, that would be my pick.
Ashley?
You know, Ryan, I misunderstood this. I thought it was like we were doing it from our own, but I have to think on this.
Yeah, me too. That was on the fly.
That
My
was
bad.
yeah.
The notes was a little confusing. I can get mine if you want, and then I'll give you time to think.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Okay, so I know my twin Randy is gonna be coming out to USA events more this year, so I feel like that's someone that has played in the past. I think Randy is a good player. I think he's a really nice guy too. I mean, this one is really tough just because you don't know people's circumstances or who's going to be playing and not. But my, I guess, prediction would be Randy.
I 100% agree with Randy
I
actually.
like
And like
Randy.
not to steal this from you, but like genuinely like if you guys get to play with Randy or you get to know him, like he is so excited to get back into dodgeball. He's passionate. He wants to play at the highest level. He takes
Yep.
feedback extremely well. So like not even just to steal this from you, but like 100%. You know, anytime you get a chance to play with Randy, he is fun to play with, great energy on all around. Just someone that just wants to get better. So, sorry, Ryan, I didn't mean to steal that from you, but when you said that, my eyes just like lit up. 100%, 100%. I was actually just playing with him yesterday. He went to the practice in Delaware yesterday. Like, yeah. So like little things like that. Like anytime he can get his hands on playing and just getting better, especially with cloth, he loves cloth. Like 1,000%, I would go with Randy.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
he's gonna Brett's gonna add him to practice squad for cloth. He was nasty at nationals,
I love
and he's
that.
athletic. He throws hard, moves well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't see why Randy doesn't get added.
Also, great birthday too.
Yeah, you guys, birthday twin. So yeah, Randy's so easy to root for. So that's my guy.
All right, MVP for Open last year was Justin Pyan. Who do we think is going to be this year?
Um, I have two. I have two thoughts. I think uh depending on how it depends on how much they travel because I know like Shred doesn't go to everything. But I know in my talks with like Xander and Dylan, I know that they've been like they I know Dylan feels like he could be like an MVP. Like I know he wants to captain the USA, be a captain like along with Eli for like World's team next year. So I know he's like motivated to like do a lot of things next year. I know Xander has been pretty motivated to like get in really good shape. Like he's working really hard on those things. So um, I think that that would translate really well. Also, like prepping for Worlds next year. I think they both are primed to have really good tours next year.
Ashley?
I'm gonna go Demonte Cleveland. Like the times that I've watched him play just overall this year, I mean, he's done some insane things, insane catches. He's someone that I think is just very humble when he plays. He doesn't really talk too much, but when he's on the court, like his actions show. So he would be, I would say, my primary pick.
Okay. So when I thought about this, obviously it's like who's going to be there and who's going to be there like consistently. So I definitely thought of Dylan first. I think two teams that didn't play a ton last year, but obviously like phenomenal players would be Elijah and Lou.
Hmm.
So yeah, I feel like it probably is going to be someone on Shred, and I also will kind of say that I feel like Flight is going to go to a fuck ton of tournaments like we did last year. I think we're
Hmm.
going to be a very good team, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone on Flight wins it. I'm not saying myself, obviously, definitely not, but someone on Flight I feel like could possibly win it.
Yeah, we gotta play well. But yeah, I picked Dylan and Xander because they're very good cloth players too. So if they go to cloth tournaments, like they'll play well at both ball types as well. But Eli's a really good cloth player as well. So like, yeah, I mean Eli's the MVP of the world, so he doesn't need that.
All right, MVP of women's last year was Ashley. Who do we think it's going to be this year?
So I have like two people come to mind, and I don't want to be biased because obviously they're Flex members, but Ali Vizcarrondo is like one of the main players that came to mind. Like Ali's a dog. Like even just watching her progression from her throw speed to her catching ability, like she's super dynamic on the court. Goes to tournaments. She's definitely a top contender for sure. But then I would also say Luann, just because, again, like she's super clutch in those big moments. Definitely been a very like stepped up as a leader this year. Goes to all the tournaments, getting her hands on anything possible. She was at API recently. She just wants
Mhm.
to continue to travel more and more. So I can definitely see either of them like definitely getting that award next year.
Bo?
Well, those were initially my two picks for those same reasons. Both are absolute dogs. Great people, great leaders, and they play both ball types really, really well. And they go to everything. Outside of that, though, honestly, like, not to throw another Hashimoto in the mix, but Aurora has been like gotten insanely good very, very quickly. And like things are clicking like very, very well. Like I joke around with Aurora a lot. Like we all give her shit, but like she's gotten really, really good. And I expect her to become a mainstay starter on the women's foam team for a long time. And I think she's going to anchor that women's outsiders team this year. She's a captain of that team this year. Um, she went to Canada both tournaments last year. She went to API. She was killing it at API, like dominating on a team that was already really good. And she was still like being like a star on that team, which is kind of hard to do to step into a team that's not yours, and still like shine on a team like that. Playing on like different teams, like I've yeah, it's hard to do something like that. But she stepped in and was like a star on that team. So I think Aurora, outside of like Allie and Lou, like the usual suspects, like if I had a dark horse, it would be Aurora, I think.
I totally agree with that. So I was initially thinking someone on Flex, but Ashley kind of said the two ladies I was thinking of. I was thinking maybe someone on Frenzy, but I actually saw this a few days ago. So the Outsiders female team, they announced who's on their team for next season. So I'll just go ahead and read it off. So it's Aurora, Kim Ingram, Kathleen, Kiara, Marie, Aaron Greenlee, Rebecca, Cece, Shota. Wait, nope. Shota's a coach. Joe Martinez is a
Wait,
coach.
I think you mean wait, Kara, not Kiara, right?
I always get the two confused.
Yeah, yeah, Kara, because I made the graphic, so I was like, did I do a typo?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm afraid to talk to girls, so this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Adine. So I feel like last year was a lot of like flex and frenzy and final
Mhm.
matches. I really think that it is going to be a lot of outsiders and then another team this year. So I think someone on outsiders would be like Aurora. I think that'd be a really good um, pick.
I also don't know like how many tournaments like Alexis Schultz is gonna go to. Like that girl's an absolute weapon. And like she like admitted at like Combine, she's like, I don't even really know what I'm doing yet. And, like
I was
she's like
also thinking that because we were watching the film and I'm like, Bo, who's that? And you're like, Alexis. I'm like, oh shit.
yeah,
She's really
like
fucking good.
she's insane. And
And she's
like
cool.
yeah,
She's so
she's
cool.
so nice, like really cool to talk to and
Mm-hmm.
super humble and just like
Yep.
wants to be a sponge. And like she just doesn't even realize like how good she is. Or maybe she does and she's just like really quiet about it. But like yeah, she was just like going out there and during combine and she's just like, yeah, I don't even really know like what I'm doing yet, but like just going out there and just doing it. So, but yeah, that's the weapon.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. MVP for mixed. Last year was Carla. Who do we think is going to be this year?
This can be men or women, right?
I think so, yeah.
Mm,
I'll give my two. So I think if it's going to be a guy, I would say maybe Cam Parkey. If it's a female, I would say Luann.
okay. If it's yeah, I got a few. I mean, you could always just hand it to Lucas, or you could hand it to Derek Johnson. Derek Johnson's an absolute machine in mixed. Um, for women, you could automatically hand it to Kiara Ota as well, like because Kiara's good at everything. Um, Aaron Greenlee is really good at mixed as well. I think Aaron Greenlee could be a sleeper MVP for women's too. Um,
I was thinking that.
but honestly, like for men, MVP for mixed, Nick Danchenko is another good one. Nick Danchenko is a really good mixed player. And he's starting to actually like mixed. Before he was like he was more like I just like men's, but because obviously he mainly plays for Mavs, but like now he's like actually enjoying mixed and like understanding like the mixed game outside of just going and hitting people. So I think Nick Danchenko could be a MVP pick too.
Ashley?
Um, I had a few come to mind. I agree with Lou as well. Like if she doesn't get like the women's title or for MVP, mixed for sure. Grace Rowan's pretty good. I think she could be a top contender. She's also dynamic in cloth and foam. I always joke around with her. I'm like, I think you're a cloth player, but very good at both. Um, I'm just trying to think. Rennie, very small but
Yeah.
hard to hit. Do not underestimate her.
Yeah.
Like I think, especially as women, we have a specific role when we play mix, and survivability is like a huge part as well. And like she does that extremely well. So definitely rooting for her in the next year.
Yeah.
Um, those would be my thoughts.
Two other names I forgot. Glenn Spacier. And
The-
I also feel like Gage because I feel like
Yeah.
Moist and Instinct is like always right there.
Yeah. Brandon Officer too, obviously. Like
There's literally so many. So if people are watching or listening and they're like, I can't believe I wasn't mentioned, like there's literally so many good players that could be mentioned here.
anybody on mixed berries, Echo, Instinct,
It's
Moist,
tough. It's tough.
any of you guys.
Like when we were talking about MVP, no one mentioned Shota, and I just thought of that. I'm like, how did we not even mention him? But there's like literally so many good players.
Because he gets mentioned on every podcast, so Shota,
That's
relax.
true. All right, Golden Whistle. Last year was Eric Jones. Who do we think is going to be this year?
David Carlock.
That's a really good one. I'm thinking maybe Sam Jones.
I don't see. I mean, I haven't paid attention to like Sam Jones reffing. Obviously, Sam Jones like smart as shit. So, and he's played forever, so that wouldn't be horrible at all. But I don't remember like Sam Jones ever like reffing one of our games personally. But I couldn't remember anybody like specifically refing games. But I know David Carlock, I see him wearing like ref shirts. So
Sam
like
used to do that back in the day. Sam
okay.
is a really fucking good ref.
Yeah. Or like CJ.
I was just about to add CJ.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
CJ.
Yeah. So like David
Yes,
Carlock, CJ. Um on the women's side, I've seen like Jesse ref a lot.
yes.
So
Jesse's a great
Jesse's a good
ref.
ref. Jesse also stands on business too.
She don't play.
So I really enjoy that. So like the mixed cloth final, it got a little heated, but like Jesse stood on business, so I enjoyed that as a spectator. So because like as like a woman, like people like will try and like bully refs sometimes, but she wasn't having it. So
Mhm.
I was like, all right, Jesse.
Yes, ma'am.
I only see Jesse like smiling all the time. So
She don't play though. She don't play.
not the one.
All right. Next award, Rookie of the Year. This one's obviously going to be a little tough because we don't know who's playing or who could be a rookie. But last year was Nick Dachenko. Who do we think it could be this season?
Um, so for me, I think because I know he's going to be traveling a lot this year
Let's
is
hold on. Let's say it on
okay.
three. Ready? One, two, three. Connor Block.
Connor Block. Yes, sir.
Oh!
Connor Block. Connor Block, if you don't know, gonna know. He got his feet wet. His first ever tour appearance. He won a medal with us in Seattle. And was out there hitting people. And then next appearance with us was FDC and played pretty well. And but yeah, he's looking to play a lot next year. He's already got a lot of eyes on him. A lot of good eyes on him. Um, so yeah, he's definitely one to watch for next year. So I'm still pissed that my boy Nick Scally didn't get MV or rookie of the year because Nick Danchenko's been playing forever. So um, Nick Danchenko's my boy, but I'm team Nick Scally. But
They should have just split it, bro. They're both named Nick.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, Connor Block, my pick for sure.
I'm going Alexis again.
Hmm.
But yeah, just because like I know like last year like she was just dipping her toes into the USA round, so like give her another year and like I definitely can see this being like her strong rookie season. Caitlin Delion is another option. I know she's been playing for at least a few years. Maybe this would be her second year, but I
Yeah.
still consider that to be her to be a really strong option. Um, yeah, those are the two. Those are two that come to mind.
All
Yeah.
right, next one, sportsmanship excellence. So last year it was Rockefellers. Who do we think it could be this year?
So that's like a team that's like good sportsmanship team.
I believe so, yes.
Um, I I really enjoy the Berserk guys a lot. Obviously we have like a friendly little like tiff with those guys because we just can't beat them for whatever reason. But the Berserk guys are always like super fucking nice. Like, they're just all really great guys, top to bottom. Um, and yeah, they're just all really good guys, honestly. So I would say them or Class is another good one. I always enjoy the people on Class. So those two. Just Seattle people are nice.
You could honestly give it to any team in Seattle.
Yeah. Even though they wanted us to lose, the whole gym wanted us to lose. They're also really nice to us.
That was a road game for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley.
I'm gonna say I got two to come to mind. I'll say I apologize for butchering their name, Kunoichi.
Oh, Kunoichi.
Yeah, they're really fun. Like they're, every time we're playing against them, they have smiles on their faces. Just good sports. And then I'll say just happy because they're literally just happy to be here. So like
Facts.
they
Word.
have good vibes. They're just there to play the game, have fun. And they're very good sports as well. So.
Good picks. All right, and last one, leadership and action. Last year was Dustin Harwood. Who do we think it could be this year?
Um, let's see. I think I I think it could be either like Nick Nick Factorin is always a good option. But I also know that like Chris DeJesus was recently named to the board, and I know he's really passionate about the sport and like everybody in the sport, and he's just like a really good guy in general. So I feel like he would be a good option for like leadership, and like him and I have talked about like different things like he's wanted to do with tournaments and things like that. So I could see that. I just looked at like what his title was. It's athlete development and safety. So I feel like he could go in and make some change.
Ashley,
Um, Ryan, why don't you go ahead? Do you have a pick?
I was thinking Nick Factorian. That was going to be my
Yeah,
pick.
yeah. I think all of us can all mutually agree on that.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
Uh, all right, so
Wait, time
that
out. I have one thing I want to add in real quick. I think something cool. Obviously, there's like a rookie of the year, but like I think a cool concept that could be added is like a most improved person, just
Mhm.
because like I was talking about this with Lovey like in the car, and like she can be a prime example of this, but like people that start off at the beginning of the year that like don't have any concept of the game, or whether it's playing cloth and they've never held a cloth ball before, and then the year goes on, and whether it's they're making the practice squad for the first time or they're making it to those high levels. So like I think that would be a really cool award to add either like this year or next year or even the following year, to just
Yes.
show like the growth of people, throughout the months. Because it's fun to see people. We don't see these people every single day. They're not in our leagues, but we see them at these tournaments. And like next thing you know, you're like, oh wow, like you got a cannon now, or oh wow, you're making some crazy catches. So like
Right.
I think that would be really, really cool. I just wanted to add that in there.
No, I like that
no,
a
that's a
lot.
good. I forget if it was. I think it was on the episode with Mitch on Kim's podcast. Go listen to it. Rushdown, 100 times better than this. Um, he had mentioned something about trying to get like what they did for the thing, where you could vote for like an MVP of like that series for the finals,
Yep.
where Aaron won it. So I think that'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that is it for the predictions. So we did rules, we did tour dates and locations, we did predictions. Let's talk about the Caribbean Cup. Ashley, I know you got to get off in a few minutes about a meeting about the Caribbean Cup. So, what is our general thoughts? Looks like you're probably going to be heading out in a few days. How are we feeling?
You know what? We're feeling pretty good. Overall, I definitely wish that there were some, more teams participating, but, at the end of the day, like any opportunity we can play at the highest level, especially as Team USA, it's really exciting. I leave on Wednesday. I know a lot of people are getting in Tuesday or Wednesday. But we're gonna play. I think we have one game on Thanksgiving, maybe two games the next day. I know the schedule's been changing, but just excited to see like how our team will play together. Like we'll play together on the court. There has been some updates and changes since the last time we've played together as Team USA as well. So I'm excited to see how those new faces do and how we all can gel as a team and thrive together. But very excited to go to Mexico. I've never been to Mexico either, so that'll be fun. I know it's going to be a little bit warmer than where I am in Connecticut. Pretty sure it's like 30 degrees right now. Um, so overall, like I'm super pumped. It's going to be a really cool opportunity for those that have not played at the highest level just yet. So.
Bo, you're also going to Mexico?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, echoing what Ashley's saying, yeah, I wish like more teams were going that like we originally heard were going, but like regardless, it'll be good for the guys and everybody going on all the teams to like gel and work on things. And obviously like we still got to go out there and win. It's not like it's gonna be handed to any of us, so we can't assume we're just gonna go out there and beat everybody. So gotta go out there and just do what we need to do. We have one game on the Thursday, and then we have three on Friday. So we open up against Colombia Um, so all the teams are going to be scrappy. It's going to be interesting. Like we had a call yesterday about potential lineups and stuff, and our kind of game plan, but ready to go, and yeah, ready to represent the country and be a good ambassador for the sport.
I'm assuming that this is going to be streamed on Dodgeball.live.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. So obviously, you're gonna want to spend time with your family. It's Thanksgiving weekend, but go ahead, go watch on Dodgeball.live. Go support these people. Be in the chat. Be active. Show these people some support. Oh my gosh, I can't talk right now. Show these people some support, and yeah. Ashley, I don't want to kick you off, but I know that you are on a time restriction. Is there anything else you want to say before you have to hop off?
Not too much to say, but thank you, Ryan, for having me be a part of this podcast today. Thank you, Bo, for just being you. Shout out to you.
yes, sir.
Thank you to everyone that's listening. It's really awesome that we can get a good audience here that can follow along and like just spread the word on dodgeball. So thank you to all the listeners. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my friends. And I'll catch you guys soon.
Let's go.
Cool. Thank
Peace.
you.
Thank
Peace.
you.
All right. We're back. I got my coffee. I learned how to talk again correctly and not mumble over my words.
Sir.
And we had a pee break, but we're back. All right. So, questions from the people. Unfortunately, Ashley was on a time crunch. So, if anyone asks questions for Ashley, unfortunately, they will not be answered. But you got us too. So, let's get right into it. First question from Frankie. Which city are you most excited to visit?
Um, I think, let's see. I mean, the Birmingham, Alabama stop is interesting to me because like I've just spent hardly any time in Alabama. So I would say that one. Or if I go to Utah, I think that would be cool. So I'd say those two just because they're kind of unique to the tour.
I agree with that. I'm probably going to say Minnesota just because I like foam and that's the first round for foam.
Yeah.
But I also think Salt Lake City is going to be a cool city to go visit.
Yep.
All right. Next question from Garrett Jacobowitz. Bo, dot, 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 dot. Cincy?
Um, it is a very low percent chance you will see me in Ohio next year.
He says at every no staying round, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get his ass.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But I would say as of right now, very low percent chance.
Okay. All right. Next question. Sergio asks, if you had to bring back 8.5, which ball type would you discard and why?
I mean, I would just discard no sting and replace it with that, but still not play it. So
Replace rubber with rubber and then not play it.
yeah, bigger rubber and just not play it.
I personally would say cloth, but I don't.
Oh yeah, yeah, but you don't
Man,
play cloth.
no, I don't know, man. I would like to playing 8.5 again, maybe one more time. I think would be cool, but I would also be perfectly okay with never playing 8.5 again in my life. So, yes. All right. We have a ton of questions from Meredith and Amanda. Shout out Meredith and Amanda. Some of these are statements, some of these are questions, some of these are wild questions, to the point where I was reading them to Hannah this morning and I was like literally crying while I was reading these.
Oh man.
All right, first one, Meredith to Bo. This is a statement. I love you so much.
Wow. I love you too. Tomatoes.
Another one from Meredith. Bo, if you need a woman for mixed, you have my number.
Word. Hey, that's a tough thing about mixed is finding good women players. So that is helpful. Hey, Meredith could be when Ashley was talking about players for like most improved for a tour, Meredith is a great option as well. Or rookie of the year. Meredith could be a good option too, because I don't think she played in that many tour stops because she got injured. So I think Meredith could be a dark horse rookie of the year as well.
I think that's good. She got hurt right before Minnesota, but she still went and watched. So she's committed to playing. Yeah, I think she'd be a good pick.
Yeah.
All right, another question from Meredith. Any new members on flights?
Yeah, I don't think this one's like super shocking, but Gage is gonna be playing with us next year. So yeah, well that's one for sure. Still ironing out some details of like finalizing some other roster stuff. But yeah, so like between like foam and cloth, trying to finalize that. We don't have a set no sting roster. But yeah, foam and cloth still ironing some things out. But Gage Young for sure. Definitely Flight Boy for sure.
Hell yeah. Nationals was awesome. FTC was great.
Yeah.
I have a funny story to share. I don't think I told you this, Bo. So we all went to Chili's, like in FDC Mall.
Mhm.
Chili's, count your fucking days. And I was like, Gage, where are you staying? And he was like, oh, the Home to Wood Suites. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
dude, we're staying there too. Just come back with us. So he gets in our Uber and we pull up to the front and he's just like, guys, this isn't my hotel. And we're like, what do you mean? You literally said the Home Two Suites. He's like, yeah, but no, this definitely wasn't the hotel I'm staying at. So we're like, all right, well, like, do you want to hang out? So he ended up staying over for a few hours, and we had some good laughs and some good quality time. But yeah, that was funny as fuck.
So where did he go? Where did
He left out after like midnight, bro. I don't know. He just went back to his actual hotel.
he-
I don't know if it
Uh,
was like a Hilton or something similar, but it was hilarious.
All right, Gage. Good. All right. Hey, look, we're just men. We're not good with details, okay?
Yeah,
We're just doing our
exactly.
best.
All right. Another question from Meredith. If you had to pick your favorite dodgeball jersey brand, what would it be?
I mean, I'm a Rye athlete, so obviously I'm a Rye or die. So got a Rye or die. So Rye Athletic Wear, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Raichu team, API. That was awesome experience playing with Piao Johnny, Hari, Maxime, Dan, Payan. Um, so that was awesome. So missing anybody? I don't think so. But yeah,
That is
sick
the good
tournament.
answer, correct answer for you.
Exactly.
I would also say Rye, but shout out Long Island Hockey Co. I've been getting my jerseys, whether it's softball or dodgeball, through them for like 4 years now.
Hmm.
So uh, I'll say Rye number one, and then LI Hockey Co. number two for me.
Word.
All right. Another question from Meredith. What round are you most excited for?
Um, I am excited for all the foam ones. Also for shout out Nathan Wu. That was one of
Can't
Nathan
believe
Wu.
you forgot him, dude.
As soon as like I just like Rye and like Nathan Wu are the same to me because because anytime like I DM Rye, I'm like I feel like I'm just talking to Nathan. But anyway, um but yeah, round I'm excited for is like obviously all the foam ones. I think Minneapolis, like kind of to your point, I think that's going to be a really competitive round. But I'm really excited for Nationals to be in Chicago because obviously that's where I'm from. So I think that's going to be really cool, spending 4 days there. And then, if people want to go out, like I'll be able to like show them places, or we'll be able to go out to some cool places. So I'm really excited for Nationals, and the venue's cool. Shout out Buffalo. That's like the origin story of Buffalo right there.
Facts. Is it going to be at the same gym? Do you know?
Yeah. As far as I know, it's going to be at that same Wintrust arena there on the south side of Chicago. Don't go out near that area, however, right off 63rd. Don't go out in that area. But but yeah, the arena itself, great venue.
Hell yeah. All right. And we got three absolutely wild questions from Meredith.
Okay.
First one, Meredith. Would you rather spend the rest of your life with someone who has only $20 every week, but is your dream person, checks all the boxes, and loves you exactly how you want, or for 6 years have to take care of the meanest, oldest, stinkiest person every single day, but after the 6 years, you're guaranteed $3 million after taxes and never have to see them again. And you can't kill them before the 6 years is up.
Uh, I can't hang around stinky people, so like and also, finding love super hard these days. So, you gotta when you find the right person, you gotta latch on to them. So, even if they just only have $20, we can make that work. So, uh so we'll go
The
with
$3
that.
million after taxes is it incentivizing to you?
It is, but you said 6 years
10 years, but you can
or
kill him
10
after
years.
10 years, but you can kill him after six per
I don't know.
Meredith.
I don't think I'd be I don't think I'd do a good job of cleanup. Like I've watched Dexter enough to where like I know how he does it, but like I don't think I would do a good job of cleaning it up. I think I would get caught. So, um so yeah, I think I would just the $20 allowance a week. I
Okay.
think we'd figure it out.
All right, first option for you. I'm happily married, so I can't answer that. That's my answer. Next, Meredith. Again, would you rather have bright green hands and feet for no reason for the rest of your life, or have to eat a jar of mayonnaise every 3 days for the next 20 years?
Hmm. Well, I think I'm most self-conscious about my hands and my feet because I feel like I have like ET fingers. I have like long, skinny fingers. So, I have weird hands. Also, I have very ugly feet. So I don't know that I would want them to be highlighted by them being like neon green. But I do like mayonnaise a lot. So,
He's eating the mayonnaise
so I may have to like, you said every 3 days?
every 3 days for 20 years.
Ah, that's a lot of mayonnaise though. But I also like green hands is insane. So, but I could also spin it like I'm the Hulk.
That she didn't put this in the original question, but she said big jar, 32 ounces.
Is that like a normal size?
I have no clue. I
I have
don't eat
no,
mayonnaise like that.
I have no concept of what 32 ounces looks like. 32.
I think that's a lot, man, because like I drink 40 ounces of water. Like I bring 40 ounces of water to work with me every day, and like that's a good amount
Oh,
of
so
water.
that's a normal size jar of
Oh,
mayo.
normal size?
Yeah, like a
Mm.
normal like jar of mayo. And eat that. Um,
For three
every
for 3 days, you got to finish it. So like you could be talking to someone and randomly you just got to pull out mayonnaise and snack on
every
it.
every 3 days. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I think I'll go with the hands thing.
Hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least I'll have like an explanation why my hands and feet are ugly if they're neon green.
Yeah, you'd be like, that's also a great conversation starter because you're like, yo, it's either this or mayonnaise. So I just chose this.
Word. Yeah. So yeah. All right.
Okay. Last one. Would you rather fart extremely loud when you meet people for the very first time
Yeah.
and you can't stop farting until the interaction ends, or you happy pee when you see your friends, occasionally like an excited dog? It's
Oh
absolutely
shit.
insane.
That's a tough one because my farts smell a lot of the time. So whenever I have to fart and I'm around people, I will like Irish goodbye for a second and then come back. When I feel like an adequate like amount of time has passed where I think the fart is gone. Um, so I think, but happy pee, like the pee smell could stick around.
I'm curious
So
how much pee are we talking? Is it like a
exactly. If it's like a little dribble, like excited pee, like when my dog pees because he's excited, it's like a little dribble.
yeah,
And I feel like I wear it whenever I wear pants instead of shorts. It's like dark pants, so like you couldn't really see it. So I feel like I'll go with that.
pee? Okay. I think I'm gonna go with farting just because I feel like I'm a very open person, so I could just be like, yo, I literally got to step aside for like 2 minutes and fart.
Yeah, but
Um,
but it's until the interaction is over.
I'll just walk away. Like whenever I'm feeling one coming up, I'll be like, yo, I'll be right back, and then I'll come back.
Okay, so I interpreted the question as like I meet you for the first time. It's like, hey, I'm Bo. Like I'm farting until you and I stop talking. Like if we're talking about the Bears and the Eagles, like I'm constantly farting until I walk away from you. Like a machine
Mm.
gun, like a Tommy gun of farts.
Uh, yeah, I probably would go with pee then. If I could walk away, if I could step back like 15 feet while continuing to talk, but explaining why and then just coming straight back, I think I'd do that.
Yeah, I have no problem admitting I farted. I I do not care at all. about that. And I'll tell you it'll probably stink as well. It's like if we're riding in a car together and I fart and I roll down the window, I'm like, yeah, I'm saving you and me right now. So like I have no problem admitting that. But if it's like a Tommy gun of farts, like because we're interacting together, I wouldn't do that to you. I respect you
Okay,
too much.
that's fair. I would be like the type of person in the car to be like, "Yo, who's ripping ass?" And then someone is like, "Bro, like what?" And I'd be like, "No, that's me. My bad." All right, great questions, Meredith. Great questions.
Yeah, good job.
All right, next question from Amanda. Bo, you mentioned liking the same ball type per event to save arms and for scheduling purposes. Is
Yeah.
there a city you would love to go to, but it's just not your ball type?
uh Utah. I yeah, if I go to Utah, I wouldn't go there to be excited to play no sting. I would go there because I haven't been to Utah. Um, so yeah, it'd probably be that one. I would switch it to foam.
Okay, fair. Next question from Amanda. Do you think this change for USA will cause a decrease in attendance?
Um, no, I think overall it'll cause an increase in attendance to um I think it'll cause an increase in attendance. I think it'll cause a decrease in attendance. Actually, I think it's going to cause an increase in attendance overall because I think they're going about it the right way to where they're putting the no sting stops, even though it's the less popular ball type, in areas to where like no sting is very popular or like hotbeds. So like the Utah stop, the Ohio stop, it makes a ton of sense where they're putting it. Um, and then they're strategically like working with like certain schools and other organizations to really like try and grow the sport. So I don't think attendance is going to be an issue. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think there's a lot of good momentum with USA Dodgeball right now because I think Dustin and Mark and Nicole, Nick, everybody did a really good job last year running it. There was like not a lot of complaints with how everything was ran last year, so I think there's a lot of good momentum. People are excited about like USA Dodgeball and how everything is running. So I think attendance is only gonna grow this year.
I can agree with that. I do think that there's going to be obvious tournaments where it's like, okay, cool. Like people either didn't mess with this area or this ball type.
Yeah.
I will use the Ohio cloth round as an example last year. I will also use the Boston no sting round as an example.
Yeah.
But I do think overall there would be more teams in attendance. I am extremely curious to see what happens with nationals on that fourth day because I think that's going to be, I think a lot of people are going to love it and I think a lot of people are honestly going to hate it. But I don't think there's really going to be an in between.
I think if they set the right expectations and they do the scheduling the right way for nationals, I think they can really nail it. And because API was like a home run how they did it, and everybody was on board. Everyone was so hyped to like watch all the medal matches. Like it was like a big hangout day. Like everyone came in when the doors opened, and like there was beanbag chairs on the ground. Like there was stands. Like there was like people were buying food and like stuff like that, and it was almost like kind of like a tailgate basically, like all day. Like if we could create some sort of environment like that for like finals day, like I think people would stick around for that for sure. But I think we have a lot of time to figure out how we can boost engagement between now and then. So, and I'm sure Dustin will talk to all the players and stuff.
Totally. And that was the last question. Dustin did have an exact quote. Okay, I found it. Dustin's exact quote about the venues and the locations and everything else. So he said, I don't want you to just come out to these cities to play dodgeball. I want you to come out. I want you to bring your family. I want you to enjoy your vacation. If you're not coming out to Chicago for nationals, I want you to, I'm sorry, if you are coming out to Chicago for nationals, I want you to spend a week in Chicago and go to the best pizza spots and really enjoy that city and have a great time. And then
Yeah.
also play some dodgeball as well. So there's a lot of time, effort, thoughts, everything being spent on where we're playing, when we're playing. So again, like API with like like the 4 days thing and getting people there, getting people to stay, everything else. Like if you have ideas, go hit up the board, hit up Dustin. They want to hear from us.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and that was actually it for the questions. Do we have any closing thoughts slash shout outs?
I would first like shout out the Rushdown Pod with Dustin and show. That was a good episode. Shout out Dustin. I think what him and Mark did for the USA Dodgeball last year and like all the effort they put in running all the tournaments and stuff last year. I don't think that stuff gets thanked enough. How hard they worked, and it's like a thankless job. I don't think they get paid for that stuff. And they probably get bitched at a lot for stuff that doesn't go right. So I want to make sure that they're celebrated properly. And then the rest of the board members, like starting with Nicole down, they do a phenomenal job, like carrying us out and things like that. So they want to make sure celebrate them. And then like the previous board members, like leading up to this year too, like they put in a lot of work so to lay the foundation for what it is right now. So even like back when like Deanna was like running it and like Clay and stuff like that, so that like they put in a lot of work too for the tour. So shout out them too if they listen to this too. But yeah, I'm really excited about the tour next year. Excited about our team. So shout out the Flight Boys. So W's in the chat. So yeah, excited about next year. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a new jersey coming in for the start of next year. So excited for that. And then yeah, so pumped for that. Pumped for Mexico City. Shout out Team USA. We're gonna go down there and try and represent the country the right way and come back and try and sweep all the divisions. So confident that we will. But yeah, shout out for the opportunity. Really excited. So definitely ready for it. So let's go. Shout out you too as well for having me and Ashley on as always. So I think what you've done with the podcast for this community, it's just another outlet to get more content and stuff out there. And I know people really, really appreciate it. So yeah, people talk about it all the time. So people at API were even talking about bromance. So
Really?
yeah, you're international, bro.
Oh shit. They're gonna be like that guy who's just a podcaster who doesn't play dodgeball. And you're like, yo, that's my boy Ryan.
Yeah, so
No, it's always cool. I might post like the numbers at the end of this year. Maybe I was thinking about doing it for like, saying thank you to everyone who watches the podcast. But the numbers have been like really fucking good the last, I don't know, pretty much since I switched over from sports to dodgeball. But thank you to everyone who's been watching. I went down to FDC, and I use my boy Jay as an example, but I've never met him before. I know who he was, but like Garrett's there, the Atlanta boys are there, and I'm like, hey, my name is Ryan. Nice to meet you. And before I could even say my name is Ryan, he's like, oh no, I know who you are. It's an honor to meet you. And I was like, oh shit, bro knows me from like dodgeball. He's like, dude, I watch every podcast. And I was like, oh, that's fucking sick, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, shout out everyone that watches. Shout out Team USA. Again, it's gonna be tough for them to miss out on family time over the Thanksgiving holidays. So shout out to everyone who's willing to make that sacrifice and that's going down. Rooting for you guys. Can't wait to watch, talk about it. Maybe do like a Connecticut watch party, maybe on like Thursday night or Friday. I guess we could see. If you're interested in that, hit me up. Shout out Jalen Brunson. Shout out Twisted Tea. Shout out the Eagles. Eagles play the Cowboys today. I'm hoping for a belt to ass game. Shout out all the Flight Boys. Shout out everyone on USA board that helps out, committee, everything, like literally everything. And Dustin said this multiple times. I've said this multiple times on this podcast, but I really do mean it. Thank you to everyone that goes to these tournaments and makes everything possible. There is so many little things that you can do, whether it's signing up to go volunteer, to show up the night before if you can, to go help these guys set up, or during the day, hey, so-and-so, I know you're running the tournament today. Can I help you in any way at all? Like it could be something as little as like during the playoffs, hey, we're not playing on these two courts anymore. Can you just rip up the court two or court three tape, whatever, like literally whatever court that they want you to rip up. Like deflating balls, literally getting scores from like certain games and then going back and reporting on. Like there's so many little things that you can do. And if you've been playing for a long time, I feel like you really owe it to the sport and to the people that are there to give back. So do the right thing, stick around, watch the playoffs, give good feedback. Like there's so many little things that you can be doing. So let's grow the sport together.
Yeah, word. Yeah, definitely. Well said.
All right. And last thing, where can people find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. It's Bo Tilly on Instagram, so you can find me there.
Do we want to shout out the Flight Feet Finder page or no? Too
Oh, the
early?
Flight Viewfinder page. Yeah, our flight Instagram. It is Flight Dodgeball Club on Instagram. You'll find pictures of all of our toes on there as well. So you'll have to guess which one is which. Um, Mine will probably be easier to recognize than others.
No comment.
But but yeah, so it'll be good. But yeah, cool. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
support Team USA next week if you guys are watching. So
Hell yeah. All right, Bo, that is it. Thank you for hopping on.
let's go.
Peace.
Peace.